Recording is now live since you're actually ready to play.
Excellent. Thank you for the notification that the recording is now live. I will now only say great things about my job. That I would never say anything bad. My job is actually incredible.
Do you say great things about your job, or do you pretend to work for the competition and say terrible things about them?
That's not a terrible idea. Then I worry about, oh my good lord, crazy, I would, blah. Sorry. Literally just like, did not stop at the stop sign.
Stop at a what sign?
I'm driving. Stop at a suggested, I think it's a little synonym for stop. A suggested pause stop. Oh, now I get to the park too. But, smoking a cigarette, on his phone, same time as driving. What?
Okay.
Alright, so someone remind me where we were at, so I could put them on the left. I know that we were listening, trying, we were all on the platform, yeah.
Yeah. We had, after Thomas touched the crystal, we flashed back. Now we are in the dungeon where the world crystal, or whatever it was called, is, after doing some weird stuff. The prime crystal. Yeah. We came into the chamber with the ring and the spinning platforms where another one of the evil black robe dudes showed up, did some monologuing. He's been swinging around on chains, and we've been having fights with him, trying to prevent him from getting in contact with the crystal.
Eric is sitting on top of the ring.
Yes, Eric has turned himself into his dragon form and is sitting on top of the crystal. You and I are on a platform with the guy adjacent to the crystal. And Eric has summoned a flight of shadow dragons to bombard the creatures that the guy brought with him to try to attack the crystal. You and I are in semi-dire straits health-wise. Somewhere between 25 and 33%, depending on the character. So you may want to pop a heal at some point.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I definitely know all the good and both of my team.
Well, I imagine David can help you with that when it becomes your turn, because he will need to roll an initiative and an AC for you.
David, can you temporarily give Chris access to that new sheet? Chris can also look over it and make suggestions.
Good thing I've been boning up on my cleric knowledge recently.
Okay, Trish, you now have control.
Assuming direct control.
Okay. I'll give you a minute to look at his sheet, and then I will start things proper.
Oh, he got all these fancy cheat sheet handout shit on his...
Oh, in the bio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so got a shit ton of spell points. Awesome.
Do I have spell points?
Yeah, you have spell points. Because you're a cleric / paladin.
Okay, man.
Mana is spell points. The same, the terms are interchangeable.
Okay.
Why did we not use Hero's Feast before coming in here?
Use my what?
Why didn't you cast Hero's Feast before coming in here? That would have been so useful.
No one told me what it does.
We don't know what spells you have.
And you can click on the I button to read them.
I don't know what spells I have. important, because assuming that we have the same sheet during the next flashback, then you'll be able to go back. You remember that one spell that you have access to? Yeah, you should use that.
So you know that spell that makes it... You know that spell that makes us immune to, like, everything? Yeah, do that.
Oh, really? Is that what that does?
It negates, like, every status effect, yeah. Ah, you didn't actually load him down with a lot of the heal spells I was expecting to find.
Well, he has the big ones.
Yeah,
he has heal.
Yeah, but he doesn't have, like, the group heals.
No, heal heals the group.
No, heal heals one target.
No, Brian uses heal all the time.
He uses mass heal.
Ah.
Normal heal only targets one creature.
That's my mistake. You can swap that out.
Okay. That's it, because he only has individual heals. He doesn't have, like, mass cure wounds or anything.
Sorry, that's on me. I thought heal healed multiple things. 'Cause all I remember is Brian saying, I use heal.
Yeah, he has the 9th level mass heal.
Okay.
I'm also going to put mass healing word on here, because just so you have some mana-based options.
Yes, I've been saying I'm not that type of cleric, apparently.
Yeah. Well, you can switch your spells out, which you guys have had time to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, we're going to pop a mass heal.
Well, it's not his turn yet.
No, that's just a general statement, so he is aware. If I say it enough, it'll eventually imprint on his memory that he can do that. Is the hope.
That's Is this one of the days Eric is work late?
I presume so.
Okay. So, any other questions, anything like that?
No spiritual weapon. Okay.
No?
Okay. So now I just got to roll some stuff, and okay.
I believe it was initiative and AC.
Yep. Which I'm rolling now.
Okay.
Avern, get your sheet off my sheet.
The purple circle.
13 plus 12. So not sure where I'm supposed to put the AC. Does it go in the purple ring?
Purple ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Initiative is.
I got the bunny hop.
I can't change his initiative, but his initiative should be 12.16.
Bunny hop.
Okay. Now, excuse me. Let me see what you just assigned over. So just refreshing to see if my extension pops out online. If not, that's okay. There we go. Okay.
Term the unfelon.
Okay. The kind of inky void that has perforated what would be the sky ceiling of this place, as I had mentioned before. Excuse me. Looks like it drips, though the droplets fall for only a short distance and then disappear. Okay.
Oh, shit. My initiative's higher.
Feel free to fix that.
Because apparently he improves my initiative by his proficiency.
Yep.
Wait, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I think I told that last one. I'm pretty sure I told you guys that, but I think I figured that out.
After these droplets materialize, there is a sudden bubbling of darkness. As you see a few of these.
Oh, great. He's got Lovecraftian abominations.
Emerge. Cool, this guy?
It's so descriptive, David.
It's some kind of, like, zombie beetle thing.
That's like morphed into the ground.
Yeah. It's like part of the ground. It's got weird face tentacles. Yeah, kind of like somebody merged Cthulhu with a Heracross.
There's a description. Okay.
I haven't mentioned the part of like churros, right?
Yes, you mentioned that, yeah.
It's starting to get to me. It's literally starting to drive me bananas.
I didn't think you had bananas on your pizza. Okay. Okay, again, this came from the void thing, not the guy you're fighting.
Mm-hmm. The things Eric was fighting.
No.
Oh.
There's the kind of slowly, almost like liquidy void that was on the outside that even blotched the sky,
Okay.
blotched the stars.
Okay, that.
Is now perforated into what would be the ceiling of this place, and there are a few droplets that fell from it, and the droplets dematerialized during their fall, and then those things appeared.
Fun. Gonna figure out what to do about that.
Yep.
And I need to...
Norm! I mean, Eric!
Hi guys, sorry, I just did 3 hours talking to the lady outside.
We thought you were just at work.
No, that's next week.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. No, we don't have to worry about the guy killing us before the dragon. Kill him.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm thinking it's sitting on my giant crystal.
Well, that's not as safe as we once thought. It's apparently, the ceiling is raining black ooze that turns into weird Lovecraftian shadow creatures that literally radiate darkness as BO.
I'm on my giant crystal. I'm safe for now.
Until the ooze falls on you, too.
Yeah, or it's the crystal that you're sitting on and interrupts it. And then we have to load the last save file.
Yeah, we have to reload the last save.
So, I have an answer to this, and it's very simple. I just claim it as part of my treasure hoard and take it with me. And then you guys just have to find me.
I don't think it works that way with the plot rock.
Hey man. It might not work that way with Plot Rock, but it's always the chance that the same Plot Rock. And we did fight the boss for a while.
We're still fighting him.
We have already fought the boss for a while.
So I'm giving the strategy of, you're doing this thing, you want this, you're not allowed to have it. Bam. Bam. The dragon took his sword. What do you mean the dragon took his sword? He teleported away with his rock. His giant shiny rock. Like, what would you expect a dragon to do, buddy? God damn it. Now go find the dungeon. Go find the plot rocks in another cave. You know that would be funny on hindsight.
Initiative's out of order.
Giving me knowledge, I'm playing like a I'm really like to do it now for you guys, don't worry. I just found it funny, because it's actually surprising, because even though he is a Democrat, we agree a lot more than the guy originally thought. We start discussing things. But he's also a good guy. Besides that, how's everyone's day going?
The usual.
I was waiting for my counterpart IT for a while, and then had to move on to something else.
And what about you, Matt? How's the sales life going?
It's a little slow this day. So far, but I'm way ahead of crap.
Hey, I'm just glad things are going well for you. Hopefully it picks back up for you, so you fall behind or nothing.
Yeah, I'm not about falling behind at this point because of what they've done with our quota, so I did not have a all-time month ever.
That's great to hear, man. Oh, I see you look crafting horror in corner now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, the three of them in different corners.
Yep.
Is this because like him, or is this just something that started happening?
They fell off the ceiling, so I think it's something that, was already done when he got here.
Well,
at what point do I go in and initiative to just out of curiosity?
And basically end of the round.
Yeah, you're effectively
around. Okay. I'm gonna drop off for a couple minutes while I get all my stuff in and get my stuff.
That should be fine. We, in theory, have this round planned out, so you're good.
Alright.
Okay. More specifically, more specifically, the void that was kind of liquidy spanning across the sky, even blocking the stars, had, and this was at the end of last time, had entered this space from what you guys would perceive as the top, kind of slowly creeping its way inward. A few drops fell off of it, which then dematerialized shortly after detaching itself as droplets, and then those few Lovecraftian creatures, like bubbled up from the ground. Okay.
So, what's his name needs to die faster? Got it.
We're working on it.
I know we're working on it, but it seems like I'll do a lot more to help you guys out.
See, Alora moves vanishing in a mist and reappearing over where the groups of corrupted lightning wolves are, taking out one with a slash of fire and ice, and injuring the other group. This doesn't sound very bossy.
Yeah, that's Talisman's turn.
Yep.
Okay.
I have an acid drop or something on me, so I assume that I'm infected with
You're
something.
poisoned.
Here.
There's goop on you. It's poison on you.
Blowing 5 hit dice to pump my crit.
Okay, that's potion. Okay.
And he has to make a DC 22 Wisdom save or be at disadvantage to slap Matt. He goes, goading attack.
So there are
Okay, 19. Okay. Oh, Callison. Okay.
Tank is tank.
Looks like you're within the aura. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
I can, but I don't want to.
Keep in mind you should be getting bonuses from the from the luck bunny next to you.
I believe it's equal to his charisma mod.
Yeah.
I love my dice being so nice to me today. Oh man. Oh, she's there though. I can't do what I want to do.
Curse you, COVID die, but it's okay. I got enough modifiers. It's probably okay.
Because Taliesin, the queen is there now. I can't tap for the young red shadow dragons.
No, that's nice. Allison's not there. Allison's still where he's been the whole time.
Okay.
That's why I said Taliesin. This is only known as the queen that's there. Shez doesn't exist. This is there for sake of convenience.
Oof, is that 83?
That was a crit that I pumped hit dice into.
Damn. Okay. Your first strike sinks deeply into him, piercings his armor that has like all kinds of like chains wrapped around it and draping off of it.
I felt that was an appropriate number for or appropriate maneuver rather for a goading attack.
Let's see, now there's a count. Okay. Okay. When your weapon pierces him, there is a bit of splashback on you.
Yeah, I
onto you
remember this is a thing.
From some kind of acid.
Yeah, and I take half because I'm currently set to acid resistance. Okay, I'm just having to look over his stuff again because it's been a while since I've looked at it. Okay. Close.
he grits his teeth in a bit of a growl. Your second strike comes in. He's still reeling from the first. But then he gains his bearings for a moment, whipping out a chain to entangle your third attack. It left him open for you to hit him with your fourth. He then in his other hand he begins just spinning the chain to like parry your following two attacks. Wrong character. Okay.
Oh, I have a question for you, Kristen.
Mm-hmm.
How fast do you want the boss dead?
You know me, I never want the boss dead fast.
And that's why I'm asking, like, how fast? Rounds? Do you want? How many rounds do you want? Because I'm trying to figure out where to sit this stuff.
Well, I mean, we were battling him for 4 rounds apparently, so maybe another 2 or 3. Call it 2.
That works. That works for me. Because I played only one pair, basically one of them going to start dealing with monstrosity here, and then have the other two attack this back. But
Okay. Idris will spin around. He himself will spin. It will spin around. As he spins, he throws his arms forward, unleashing a volley of like spiked chains. Can your shadow dragons make me a strength saving throw? So I presume your turn was over.
Yeah.
Okay. I need your shadow dragons to make me a strength saving throw, please.
here I am just typing things up and you're doing this.
You do this to me!
How dare!
Interrupting me trying to make my turn go faster.
I appreciate you trying to make your turn go faster, though legendary actions are interrupt.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
So, saving throws, it does not have it listed. So, I assume it's just going to be...
It's just going to be the
10 plus
stat.
strength.
Yeah, it's just going to be the stat, the strength stat, if a specific save is not listed.
So, it'd be 10 plus strength modifier, so it's strength. So
10 plus strength modifier?
Just be strength modifier, so that'd be 6, let me go to 20. I'm not giving up what I've typed out so far.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, not a problem.
Wait, there's 3 of them in there. And I need to do this for. Or just one?
Oh, 3. 3 of them.
Trolls. D20.
You should just be able to click on their strength attribute. And it should give it a roll. Because if they're proficient, it'll be listed under saves. If not, just click strength. Okay. As amazing as that is, the chains wrap around the shadow dragons.
20?
Yeah. Oh, this guy is on the Black Robe Council, so...
No, I'm not the I mean, they're only... I don't think they're that high CR. They're like... CR 14 or something like that.
Only CR-14.
Hey now, we generally play high-level campaigns.
Okay, so anything
yes,
else?
I say only CR-14.
This augments... I'm just double checking, seeing if anything... okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry, they're CR-13. I can't believe I was that close.
Okay. The dragons take 16 piercing and 7 acid. And let me just... They are also grappled by the chains. Okay, as he is continuing his turn, it looks like it's back to. It looks like he's spinning back to face you, Taliesin, and everyone. He is pulling the chains taut. It looks like he's in the process of. Looks like he's going to be in the process of. Essentially using the shadow dragons as flail bits.
That's nice. Remember, if he's hitting anybody other than me, he's at disadvantage.
Yeah. Well, he can't actually do that because that's not his turn. I'm just trying to. This is what he's in the process of doing.
So that's gonna happen.
Okay, Ixiol.
That's gonna happen.
Eric, how are you on hit points?
I technically have not been punched.
So you're at full.
I think I'm not. Double check my receipt. I'm still trying to think. I'm at 169 and I don't have my maximum listed. So I think I'm at full.
Okay. So I don't need to worry about you with the masking.
Eric, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, maybe not.
Because you were within the area of influence.
Plus 9.
So, 26?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, 17 plus 9 is 26.
Okay. You feel something trying to physically warp you, but your draconic scales and nature appears to resist it for now. I will also need a Constitution saving throw for these two dragons, because they were also within the sphere of influence.
It just closed it.
Oh, I mean, you can minimize the things so they're readily accessible.
I closed it on accident.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was like,
How's Her Highness looking on hit points? Since I can't see her, we can't see her bar.
Oh, the cone's in my way. She's at near max.
how is the cone in the way, good sir? Oh, it's just still a giant box. There you go.
Yeah.
I forgot it's still technically a giant box.
As yeah, it prevents you from clicking on things.
But yes, there's your con saves for dragon. So that is going to be those.
That's
They
what
do. Never worry about 100.
see what's in theory at max.
So I'm going to give the red dragons first. Before I figure out what I'm going to do. And effectively what's going to happen is red dragon number 1 is this guy. Is going to target in a manner because he's in gallows. Not hit the wing, but hit the remaining creature with the one attack. The two that are grappled, that is this one, or attacking this guy. Because conveniently enough, the party is out of range of it, and they can't move now. Which is those two attacks. These are all DC 18 dex saves per half. And then the third dragon felt like being particular and doing a lot more extra damage. Is going to say do the same thing to whatever this fucking thing is in the corner.
Okay.
As you can see. And that's what the dragons are doing. And now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. I recall from what you said. So we said that he is a food dragon, he's a shadow dragon, he has twin flames. I'm probably going to go because he's the Amethyst dragon as his picture that he's the Amethyst shadow dragon. He's actually psyching it, gravity it.
Is it on your sheet?
It does. This is what was other things. I have twin flames of fate. So he's like do different types of element damage.
True. Yes. You can choose what the element is. Yeah.
So
okay.
Worse.
What's it called?
Because who's the living giant gravity balls? I'd have to find the I feel good with that, yep. So I'm just going to drop the magical breath tech. It's going to just be a basic necrotic. It is a freaking weird ass cylinder. I still find it weird that there's a little 5-foot cylinder.
Yeah, again, I thought it would have increased the base, but
it does. It increases the height.
Yeah, but that's not the base. That's not the base of the cylinder.
So I'm just going to drop that on him because it's really can only affect one target. It technically has an infinite cylinder. I don't understand why.
Because magic.
But if it's a press, it's 30 foot long. But if I use the cylinder, I can use what the cylinder is. There we go.
Okay.
And
so one is going after
because
that.
I'm going to do it as that. It's 5d6, but I can the drinking of might, which makes it 10d6, and then the magical attack, which adds the cell slot level. And you said my level is 9, so I have 9d6.
Was that removed? Why was the useful shit removed? Okay.
Anti-ethical?
Autocorrect. Just be antithetical.
No, you're right the first time.
No. I read it as anti-ethical, but it is actually correct.
Yeah, you were right the first time. They're the bad guys. They're anti-ethical, so they get a shield.
So
The power of anti-ethics justifies my hate.
Okay. The necrotic breath on what's left of the pack sweeps over them, causing them to succumb to the shadows. Let's see. Number 2, you said was attacking. The
parents were attacking him.
Okay.
Because he can't move now. So he can deal 53 and 45 damage on DC-18. And then the number 3 is attacking the thing.
Okay. The thing in the north is mostly dissolved by your attack, but is there's still a frail imitation of it there. Okay. Yeah, this is a dexterity save. Is it save versus half or save versus all?
Save versus half.
Okay. The robe itself will billow out and expand, partially protecting against the breath. So 53, 45.
You know, maybe we should try to restrain dragons, but
You'll have to do more than that. You don't think I've been around shadows?
Oh, you think that's all? Here you go. I doubt it would do much though. But there you go. It's force damage.
You gonna roll for me, roll 20? Usually when I click a save, it rolls.
Yeah, it did that for me. I was honestly impressed.
There we go, there's the roll.
Also, I just love the fact that I will forever have one spell slot at 9th level. To just constantly throw 19d6, whatever I want. It's not about that. It doesn't count as a roll.
He weakens for for a moment before re-exerting his strength on the chains. Ugh! It's about time your friend started doing something.
I was dealing with all your minions. This easy, they're all dead.
I'm the only thing of consequence here. Is that it for you? For your turn?
Yeah, that's it for my turn. Well, so you're the one of consequence, so you're saying I should kill you first? Instead of giving you a chance to fight? Yeah, I think fun about it. I want to do that, I can help this crystal like... Baby. I don't think I actually can. But I'm still would try anyway if you really want to take fun out of fighting him.
Taliesin, since you are so close, you will see the damaged portions of the armor from the hits he was hit with begin mending itself.
Son of a bitch.
If you thought I was going to be able to kill him. That's annoying. I'm not going to do it. They're re-releasing Modern Warfare 2 as a redone everything for this year, since they're making a new game.
Don't you hate when they get lazy like that?
Yeah, it's still fun on top box office numbers, technically speaking. And I would want to play it, but I already know it's not going to have the game which I love so much. Which is third-person feedback.
Let's see. He'll throw out a chain with his cloth hand to pull himself over here. You can, Everin and Taliesin, you can op attack if you'd like, though Everin, if you op attack, you cancel out, I believe, I believe he had Sanctuary up, or, no, you did Goading, that's what it was.
Yes, I did Goading, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he was goaded. So even if I could talk smack to him, he can't do anything about it.
Oh, he can, he's just at disadvantage.
He's gonna try to get away from me. That's hilarious.
Well, after he's moving back, he is, he grasps the rest of the the bundle of chains, so he can exert effort with both arms.
Those are 2 attacks there for you.
Okay. Those both hit as he's pulling himself over to the side. Uh, 23, 26. Okay. Does a 25 hit you, Eric, as your dragons are being forced by the chain to be hurled at you as if they were bits on a Kasari? Okay, does not hit you? Okay. Instead, they will go to at least slam into the crystal.
Right here.
You can move them as you wish, though.
Okay. They take 23 piercing and 15 acid.
Architects, help these.
Say what?
I was just asking you to kindly mark it.
One of these days, I'll actually have to use my bonus action for what I want to use it for, not what he's making me use it for.
That. Okay. Okay. Hey Matt.
Hey, David.
High or low?
What are you rolling? What size dice?
So I'm rolling a d6.
I will take high.
High? Okay. Okay, Taliesin it is. Okay.
That's probably good, because I'm a healer.
And I'm tanking, so, yeah.
He'll fling out another chain to attach it to the thing you're on. Is one of the Taliesin Rangers there too?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'd be going after you proper. Themes himself first this way. Let's loose another chain, forcing him down this way. Okay.
Oh, he came back. Okay.
He was building up momentum. Does 25 hit you?
You're
Okay.
trying to put the dragons at the dragon.
Is that 25 US or Canadian?
That's Canadian.
Well, then fuck, that hits.
Okay.
I can't believe you should use that. It is so funny.
It takes an additional...
Well, I mean, he was going to hit me either way. I might as well, have fun with it, even if it's stupid.
Okay. 59 piercing as he slams into you.
God damn it.
And I need a strength saving throw.
All those hit points I just got back.
And you know what? He's gonna have that kind of like inky drip effect from Morbius as he does the
God damn
charge.
it. Now I have to kill him on principle. Where are you? Expanded count. Grinding halt. You hold up his damage die.
Keep in mind your save is still augmented since you're next to the Bunny of
Yeah.
Luck.
I think I have. Yeah, I got my Lucky Rabbit's Foot. This is not a spell.
No. It's a kind of charge.
Yeah. Oh shit! I got to raise my limit again. Code die.
You have a whole user your memory for this. What?
Nope.
2. Oh,
No, that's my save.
Okay.
I've been pre-setting up for Matt. Matt. Though I guess now I don't have to since he's actually here.
okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's see. That was 4 people that got injured.
Your
Yeah, 4.
hit. You took that damage. You're pushed up to 10 feet away. Which, yes, I realize would knock you off the platform if you move the full 10 feet.
And that's with me making the save.
You made a.
I rolled a 22.
Save. Yeah.
So we said up to 10 feet.
Well, I say up to. It says up to 10 feet. I'm saying 10 feet because he's going for a maximum momentum hit. Is there anything you'd like to do or can even do to?
Not that I can think of.
Is it one of those key things where it's like you can't move them off the platform?
No, it's not. If it was cheeky like that, I'd feel annoyed because then that's the teleport irritation that I have. Okay.
I don't have anything for that.
I thought you would jam your sword into the ground or something.
I did. That added to my save.
Okay.
I got to add my weapon's damage die to my saving throw, which brought it up to a 22.
Okay, I thought there was a thing that like you automatically have the push distance. Am I misremembering that? Because I thought that was a thing.
Whenever you make a strength saving throw, you dig bleeding the ground as a reaction, roll the weapon's damage die, and the number rolled to the saving throw. If the effect pushing you does not have a saving throw, you move 5 feet fewer. Because it has a saving throw.
Okay, so I was partially remembering it.
Because it's a saving throw, I fall to my doom. Or would fall to my doom if I didn't have an echo right there.
Wait, fell?
He pushed me off the platform. So I am in the process of falling. I mean, I'm not too worried about it because I can teleport, but...
Oh, okay.
Teleport. Maybe fuck you, please.
He gets to have a momentary satisfaction of pushing me off, though.
Okay.
Definitely going to need that mass heal on your turn, though.
He flicks his.
Does that hurt?
I was thinking about doing spiritual weapons.
Yeah, you don't have spiritual weapon on there. Okay, 23 piercing, 15 acid.
You have a lot of what?
23 piercing, 15 acid.
Oh, that was to the Shadow Dragons up there.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that's okay. I was like, I have resistance acid.
Yeah. Okay. He will jump upwards, grabbing the bundle of chain, and pulling with all of his might. You'll see like the muscles bulge a little bit because dragons be heavy. The chain goes forward, wrapping around the platform. Taliesin and Ixor, you'll see the shadow dragons being carried along with the end of the chain, going down, and then in a loop being bent around the underside of the platform. Its length now short enough to okay. Does a 30 hit you, Evan?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to double check this. But is it able to move someone without making a strength save?
What? No. Oh, that thing that just said Taliesin? No, that's what the strength save was for.
No.
He's talking about flinging the dragons around. I think it's because they failed the strength save, the initial strength save. Because if they're
no, it was.
yeah, he did. Because remember, there was the whole thing of you had to click. You were using just their strength modifier because they didn't have a save. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why. That
was his legendary action right before you took your turn. This,
So you're saying the strength save was the grapple,
Make DCX strength saving throw, taking
Yeah.
damage type plus damage type. Yada yada. Additionally, up to 6 creatures of choice that fail the saving throw are grappled.
and once you have grappled somebody, you can move them without any issue.
Until
that
they
is-
grapple.
But it's a penalty to, like, you can't...
You're at half. You can move them, but you're at half movement.
Yeah, that's why I was confused about what weapon I had.
Yeah.
It's like...
He's using ye oldie. I picked up the halfling and used him as an improvised weapon rule.
He says they're still attached to the end
Yeah.
of the chains.
Which would be cool, but it's also... How are you moving a multi-touch creature?
Because this person's strength literally tops the charts.
Ah, that's why. Because monster, they cheat.
It's all very everything. I just want to understand why.
Yeah. It's like, sounds like he gets to break the 20 cap that we're stuck with, and because of that, he can do stupid shit.
Okay. Can I also get a dexterity saving throw from you, Everin? Keep in mind your own bonuses apply to yourself as well.
The dexterity saving throw, you said?
Yep.
What bonuses do I have active on myself?
Just your inherent ones, so it'd be your dex modifier plus your charisma modifier. Or rather, your dex save plus your charisma modifier. Yeah. I need to be specific.
And you do have your Word of Encouragement, which I think you can use on yourself. There's also Bless if you decide to cast it.
Well, he doesn't have that on right now.
No, I don't think I cast less.
It's on. Not as a bonus, no, that would be your action.
So that's 5.
So 18.
Okay. You're able to sidestep the bulk of the dragons being clipped by them versus out and out, struck. Meaning that you're not going to be shoved off the platform.
Oh, good, because I don't know if I have help.
You don't.
Okay.
Lie.
You take...
There's nothing for me to jump off.
Jump off a Talisman!
Technically, that's legit.
You take 15 piercing, 15 acid.
Oof.
And that was the last thing you can do. And I cannot legendary at the end of its own turn.
I'm trying to get to tier 2, but I may not have time.
What is your break gauge up to?
Well, because we're max level, it goes all the way up to 400, but it goes up every time one of y'all gets hurt.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It's like how
Downside, because you summoned your dragon buddies, it goes slower, because the more allies I have on the field, the slower it moves.
What? I thought it was the more allies that get injured, the faster it goes.
Well, consequently, kind of?
Consequently, the more allies that are there, the faster it moves, but the percentage I gain per ally is lower the more allies there are. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a 1-point difference, so I'm not making a huge deal about it. It's just kind of amusing. It's like, yeah, Eric summons his allies. Great, we have more people in the field. Wait, that means my gauge goes slower. Fuck. But through the course of this entire flashback, I got up to 140%.
Nice.
It's a moving.
Okay, with some motions, Prince Prince Klein is attempting a thing.
A thing? He knows a thing, guys.
He's doing the thing.
He's doing the thing.
Is it the thing?
Okay.
All shall look upon the thing and despair.
The ground underneath Yitris begins to shift and remold and then suddenly shoot up. He's able to slightly sidestep, getting clipped as the portion of the platform that he was on jaggedly extends upwards 50 feet. It looks like it would have propelled him into the air along with perforating him with earthen spikes if he had not moved in time. Oh, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Does he have any? Okay. The prince looks suddenly withered as a black smoke surges around him. Just per round per turn. Let's sort of a turn. Okay. I'm just going past his turn. Okay. He will use a legendary action to grapple point over here. Advert, it's your turn.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's your turn.
Oh.
We never got around to the round we discussed, so I guess you're at the wheel now.
Excellent. Who's not dead?
I think all of us are still alive, but barely.
Except for the dragon. Dragon's fine.
As you and I are in critical, everybody else, the summons are at half. Everybody else has taken a little bit of damage, but not anything crippling.
Night level cast. Points. Mass healing word. Mass heal. Sorry, mass heal.
That's it, because you have both. Yep.
Uh-oh. Wait. Yeah. Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
Well, there's a problem.
Hmm?
How far have we followed?
Only 10 feet. I'm good.
Can I see you from where I'm at?
You should be able to. I'm just, if you look over the edge, I'm right there.
Oh, okay. I'll look over the edge.
Yeah.
You see him.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can restore up to 700 hit points divided among any number of characters I choose.
I did the math earlier. You should be able to restore everyone to max and have hit points left over.
Alright. I will restore everyone to max.
Okay.
I know that's not how it works, but that is immensely satisfying to see.
Well,
I restored myself to max, and all my clothes also went.
yeah. Okay, can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Avern.
I'm doing something good. Why am I having to do withdraw?
Because you are feeling that the manipulations of the mess that you're doing something is attempting to corrupt it.
Bad monkey.
Plus I had my charisma, yeah.
Yeah, because you are within your own aura.
So the 20 in total.
20? Okay. Okay. Increase the mana cost, double the mana cost. But you will be able to get the spell off.
That hurt. What's my max HP? 136. Alrighty. How's everyone feeling now?
Much better.
Yes, thank you. We'll shout the queen. Clay will go, I'm nice and ready now.
I'm more terrified they just killed 3 CR13 young red dragons. Cool.
Wait, are they dead?
No, they were half dead.
Oh, well, do I have enough HP to heal them back?
Yeah, I was counting them too.
Yeah,
they're ready to go.
That's what I mean. I'm terrified of the fact that we were able to do that.
Well, it's a 9th level spell. I mean, mass heal is the spell Brian's always using to break Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, mass heal. I'm using normal heal for some reason.
Yeah, that's okay. David made the same mistake.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
This is a major moolah. Oh, I cast less, right? I don't know that's an action.
That's you're limited to bonus actions.
Unless it's level 2 or less than 12.
You didn't have to cross the bonus action when you were looking through it.
No. You have a really good healing bonus action, but you're at max health, so that didn't. What you could do though is load up one of your smite spells, so you have it for next turn.
Ooh, that's not a terrible idea. I will load up branding smite.
Okay. After you do that, I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw, which you should have done in the beginning of the turn, but I forgot, so you're doing it now. Or rather, I didn't do, so we're doing it now.
This is nice. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's going to be a total of 26.
26, okay. Okay, there will be a black smoke that rolls around you. You're able to resist, but not stop its withering effect upon you for 16 force and 16 necrotic. I know it says plus exhaustion, but plus 0 exhaustion is no extra exhaustion.
That's technically at the beginning of my turn.
It was technically at the beginning of your turn, but I'm rolling it that it happens now because I asked you to roll now versus then.
Yeah, so then I have leftover HP from my spells.
That's a good point.
But actually, no, it's fine that I have to now because I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
So,
That's also a very valid point.
Okay. Movement should do that. Okay.
so I got an NDF
I'm not the only one.
Actually,
Okay, is that it for your turn?
yes, I mean, that's all I can do.
Okay, legendary movement. Okay. The creeping void from above continues creeping downwards towards the center of the ring. It while it is looking while you're seeing distortions in it, kind of like if it were a rippling puddle. It has like slow ripples. So clearly, like, not that of water, but of something thicker than water. It is, of course, defying gravity, as it is not just falling. It is like creeping along space itself. Its manner of motion, actually, looking at it, seems less like it's moving and more like it just expands to where it needs to go, not stretching itself, but materializing itself to occupy the space it is creeping towards. If that description makes any sense.
So the weird action is moving.
Yeah. Okay. Can I get a wisdom roll, not save, but roll from Ixior, from Eric?
Let's see. You know, I'm glad I rolled 20. So the answer is 19.
19? Okay. Okay. There's also a change in those creature things. They are exuding more, more kind of smoke dissipating off of its body. The auras should be visible to you guys.
Yeah.
The red aura.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's red.
Okay. Shit, that one is still up, so I'm going to change it to... Okay. So you are feeling a surge of energy from the prime crystal as this stuff gets closer to it. There is a slight shimmer, in the air around you.
I think we can deal with whatever the fuck that thing is over there. Ignore Mr. Edgelord.
Well, I can't reach it, so...
Okay, well, you go have fun with Edgelord. I'm going to change my opinion on what I need to deal with to things that are falling out of the ceiling.
Please do.
Do you get rid of the chains of dragons?
Maybe. Those chains have proven pretty durable.
Yes, you can. That's all.
Give it a shot. I'm just saying, Avern tried to cut them earlier to little success.
I definitely damaged them. Okay, new initiatives, please.
AC. I feel like being lazy today, so let roll 20 do it. I'll just cry as I drop to the bottom of the list. But at the same time, I have a plus 12 for AC, and I rolled 18. So I would stay exactly where I'm at 30. I might not move quickly, but God help you try to hit me.
Eric, you also sense, by the way, that you no longer have to actively cling to the crystal to hang on to it.
He's trying to hold on to me now?
It's more. You get more of a sense that it is protectively enveloping the space around it.
Oh, and because I'm on it, I'm not part of that space.
Yeah.
The crystal is, for some reason, trying to hold me here. Weirdly enough. Like it wants me to protect it or something. Okay.
Okay, Everett, is your initiative in?
Matt?
Okay. Yitris will call out, "You can't protect it forever. You may have restored yourselves now, but that too won't last. See that you are outmatched here, and let it go." Okay.
Still here.
Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure Matt's busy with something.
Yeah.
So, okay, Taliesin.
Okay. Step 1, free action. With this dude over here. And I'm over here now.
Oh, that was within your range. Okay.
Barely.
Nice.
And then I'll finish my movement. Do it over here so Matt's got room to come over if he wants to come over. And then Chibi Flow! Or should that cost me a bonus action? I was going to use my bonus action. One of these days I'll actually get to use my bonus action. Oh. Ignore that potion.
Okay.
I'll harm you.
There's sparks as he'll intermittently intercept one of your strikes. But you get a number of strikes causing him to stagger backwards. As a matter of fact, 1, 2, 3, You get 4 strikes in.
Four out of 6 ain't bad.
You take a combined total of 50 acid, unless you can reduce that.
I do, because I'm still acid resistant.
As it like splashes on you with each strike. I see you. You just won't go over the ledge, will you? You won't stay there anyway.
Damn straight.
Fine. I was going to handle that dragon and the Vera, but you're in front of me now.
Oh no, by all means, continue handling the dragon.
He's yet to do anything to me. He is a weak imitation, begging for imitation.
Okay, is that it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
Okay. Okay, after your turn ends, it'll quickly throw a chain with a looks like a kind of rubbery ball on it at you.
Okay.
I presume a 33 hits.
You can presume that. However, that does beat me.
Oh fuck!
I remember rolling above 30. I rolled a 31.
Okay. 22 poison damage.
Okay.
And this thing bursts when it strikes you, splashing with, as mentioned, poison. However, it's very goopy. You are considered slimed.
That's a new status.
You are under the poison condition unless you're otherwise immune to it, and any creature other than, of course, this dude and oozes actually are poisoned if they get close enough to you. It's emitting a poison radiation field.
Oh, cool. I'm radioactive. That can't be good.
Okay. He stuck a number of chains in the ground behind him to help him keep upright. You see his armor mending itself. Nope, can't do that. You don't count as that. You're already that, so it doesn't count. Okay. What was that you said earlier?
What did I say earlier?
That I don't have to focus on you?
Oh, yeah. By all means.
You're gonna regret that.
Maybe. Maybe not.
He will shift to the shift to the right. Oh, no, not on top of you. He'll shift to the right. Okay. He reaches both. He goes forearm deep into his tattered black robe cloak. You hear the jangling of chains, and he's apparently grabbing a lot of them, and throws them up into the air as like what must be more than 60 chains. Arc. Yep. 60. There we go. Arc downward. When each chain head or tip, as the case may be, makes contact with the surface, it will spew out a viscous yellow liquid. I will need a Constitution saving throw from the dragons, Avrin, everyone. Because you are within the protective shell of the Prime Crystal, Eric, you will get a +5 to your Constitution saving throw. On top of any other bonuses that you would receive from abilities or buffs that are currently active.
+5. Constitution saving. Don't believe we have anything else.
Thank you, Augment Jim.
I mean, is it technically necrotic damage?
It is not necrotic damage, no.
Is it force damage?
No.
It doesn't matter.
That's a save.
And that Echo is guaranteed to be dead. So, 2d6.
Hey now, it could be saved for all.
It could be saved for all, but I doubt it.
How about the Shadow Dragons? I guess Avrin is immune due to not being here.
Due to Mark mode, I guess.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay.
I apologize, Zero was in crisis.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
Okay.
She just was commanding my time, and then it said, and then I go, just tell them I'm in crisis. That way, they will leave you alone.
Oh, so she's not in crisis, she's full of shit.
With Zero,
This is true. She needs to poop more. You need to make a con save, buddy. Unless you're immune to poison, in which case you're good, but...
This is not poison.
Oh, well then, yeah, you gotta make a con save.
Plus 8. No, plus 7. 21.
Did you remember to add your charisma modifier too?
Yeah, that's included in your charisma modifier.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, for those just under full, take 49 acid damage and get poisoned if you're not already poisoned.
Can we delete the cone so I can get to my stuff?
No, I want to be as annoying as possible. There we go. Once all the chains land, they will quickly reel in, snaking about, going in, under his tattered black robe cloak. Well, it's a cloak now. It was robes.
The thing is, it's not like I just wasted a whole bunch of time healing myself.
Yeah, welcome to being the healer. You're going to be doing that a lot. Hence why having those bonus action heals is useful.
Wait, hold on. We already one more round through?
We just started the next round.
And we didn't move?
Yeah, apparently it didn't rotate this time.
Oh. That's on me. Sorry, Everin, then you would be... Did you
get your hit points back?
You would have been immune to that.
Huzzah!
The dragons don't move because the platform slips from the chains. I said the platform slips from the chains, not the dragons. Though I noticed they did not take the 49 damage. Well, they're technically your creatures.
Oh, Jesus. I've heard so many things now.
Okay, that was an action. Okay.
Go tell Lan. Get in bed. Get in bed. Okay. Bed. Thank God for remembering the platforms.
I know, right?
So the printer wants some elemental attacks at the thing over here. Also needs to make a Constitution save. Okay, Prince Klein is down as the mist itself sparks red several times around him, and he collapses.
Oh, the Moogle?
Yeah.
Moogle down!
I'm on it. Oh, not really.
After the prince's turn, Tellison.
Mm-hmm.
With a grin, the person in front of you flings out to a grapple point, and legendary moves over here.
Opportunity attack.
He uses legendary action, it doesn't trigger.
Okay, Everett, it is now your turn. Oh, you are inside the field over here, though, so I will need a Constitution saving throw.
be a 19.
19, okay. The mist itself ignites is not the right word, erupts around you in these red arcing sparks.
Hold on, am I in, like literally the same place as the right now, the map itself?
Well, you get bonuses for being where you are, considering what you're on.
God, I chose the place of laziness, and it happens to be the sixth spot. Oh my god, I am so lucky.
Okay. You take 52 damage, gain 1 exhaustion, and are inflicted with the stun effect unless you have something that can shake that off you.
This is how much damage?
52 force.
I don't think I have anything that can stop stun. Unless you know something specific that I'm missing.
Not that I saw.
Remind me again what the stun status means?
You basically lose your turn.
Great.
So you cannot take actions, bonus actions, reactions, or movement.
You haven't had a long rest, so that doesn't work.
You're all the way up there, so I can't do anything for you. You do have a hero point. You do have hero points. You could, or you have your words thing that you could use to throw at the save.
The power of words?
Yeah.
Can I actually use that on myself? You speak words to it pretty much specifically says to assist your allies. And it specifically says when an ally.
Okay.
It's not saying you use that on myself.
Okay. Well, you do have the D6 hero points.
So I can use a 0 point and add a D6 to my roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. Where's our 0 point record?
It's not on the sheet. David didn't write those down.
I'm adding 5, so it's a total of 24.
Okay. Okay. You do not take the stun effect, and you take half damage. You do so, however, you should still do, however, maintain the point of exhaustion.
Now it's better than
Because these are no longer anti-ethical fields. These are pro-obliteration fields.
Alrighty. Let's go play that game. Okay, well, we don't have any people over here, so That's not gonna hurt me, right?
No, we don't have anybody over there, I don't think.
Yeah.
Excellent. I would like to cast.
Don't forget the Moogle's also down.
I know the move's down, but I've got weight plugged in range for it.
Fair enough.
I figure around. I can get with him.
Yeah, he should be okay for a round unless he starts massively failing death saves.
Yeah, that's absurd. And then worst case scenario, I do have through resurrection.
Seems a bit overkill, but good to know.
I would like to cast Sunburst.
Okay. Okay, roll your full damage. Okay. They wither under your radiant bursts, scattering into ash.
Are those the Cthulhu-looking motherfuckers? Just out of curiosity, is that what those were?
Yeah, the Cthulhu-looking things that were like planted into the ground. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Now, is this something you can move, or is it's just a burst? Okay. The burst of radiant light will glow throughout the area before the main burst dissipates. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Now this doesn't say that it's an action. But do we have any good uses, any good reasons for me to call on the gods?
I can't think of any, but I'm very bad when it comes to figuring out when to use divine intervention.
I don't have a toothpick! Gods, preserve me!
Which healing spell do I have as a bonus action?
Healing word / mass healing word.
Then 60 feet for mass healing word.
Healing word is also 60 feet.
Couple of dragons you healed. Are you within 60 feet?
I'm not injured.
No, not you.
That is a good question.
You are 60 feet exactly.
Awesome.
Do you need some heals?
I mean, I won't turn them away.
Let's I'll buy the tray for the round.
Woo!
Did you cast a spell this round?
Yes, I did cast 7 on those.
Well, and that means you can't cast a spell higher than 2nd level as your bonus.
Okay.
So you could do normal healing word, but not mass.
Well, what's a regular healing word?
Same thing. It's just it's a first level spell.
What level is it?
It's first level, so you could upcast it to 2nd, but it only targets one person.
I don't have it prepared.
Okay then.
I do have mass healing word prepared. But I don't have regular healing word prepared. Fun fact. Although not something that you were needing heals. So... fuck it up. So yeah, nothing else I'm going to do on my turn.
You could load a smite.
I'm not going to because I know I'm not going to most likely be using my weapon next turn.
Fair enough.
Well,
That is a very fair assessment.
Eric, your turn. I will need a Constitution saving throw plus 5.
There you go.
Okay, being partially shielded by the stone, you are hit with only 28 force damage and 1 level of exhaustion. No stun.
Okay, one moment, because I'm just double checking a couple things.
Man.
Oh! I just realized something really stupid. And I didn't think of this for a moment. Because my class is dragon, I get dragon type. You know my damage types. I'm gonna use the force.
Go!
Because with my face saying I have a second rep attack. Which means I have a second thing that my dragon type would do, right?
Yep.
Because that's immune to what I can do with what is my nature of my rep attack. So, what does that mean? I technically be immune to 2 things?
What element was selected as the second element?
I chose force because the whole gravity thing, you chose the Amethyst Dragon as the thing.
Okay, then yes, you would be immune to the force. You know what I mean, to force.
I'm immune to gravity!
That's not how the force works.
You do, however, take 1 point of exhaustion from just the kinetic force. The I guess not really the kinetic energy, but the sapping effect.
I'm okay with this. It's just that I'm immune to gravity. Gravity can't stop me now. Okay, those fall damage?
No, because
No.
fall damage is bludgeoning.
Fall damage is bludgeoning.
Okay. You know that would be hilarious. I know I see death saves. I know Gus was somewhere.
He may not have that tab triggered, because you have to trigger that optionally.
Yeah, it's not set up by default.
Options. Looks like the Shadow Dragons need some saves too.
I'll take a moment. I need to figure out the exhaustion. We're looking at the sheets. Conflict page.
Cog page, right hand side.
I see critical range, you see coverage order spell. Show exhaustion. I was reading through it. I was at the middle page. Middle of the page. I clicked it, adjustment, there we go. Disadvantage on abilities. Only. And just such Shadow Dragons do it. And you said
Constitution
save.
Yep.
There you go. I just hit it a bunch of times for you.
Okay. Oh, Ignore the save thing, because it did not save. 62 damage of force, 1 exhaustion, and they're stunned. Those 3 over there.
Okay.
Okay, now that all those effects have gone off, what would you like to do?
Well, since they're stunned, they can't do anything. All the way up. Get rid of that. This. That's. Push it down to T.
It looks like your dragons are losing strength, Great One.
You mean the things that summon on a whim? Not surprised when you're dealing with corruption. But as you can see, I'm sitting here fine and dandy. And I think we forgot to look at the menu.
What? No, it's immune to gravity, that means it can fly!
There is that plus. It just doesn't actually let me do it, so breath. 6. Oh, he can do his DC breath save from the dragon down behind him.
Oh, what? What? Oh, shit!
Did he fail his save?
He failed his save!
Got him!
Okay. And your Ixior breath, you're within range for that breath? Oh, right, because of your unlimited range. If I can see you, I can hit you thing. Yeah. Is that a dex save as well against the breath? Against your breath for the cylinder? Well, that's losers.
It is. I wish I had shift because of the class I would get that sadly. Okay. That's collision reactions. That's that.
Because if your breath has a save, I believe it would be the same save.
Yeah, it should be the same save. I'm just looking at the...
Okay. Between the two blasts enveloping him, once the miasma and the pillar wash away, you'll see that he's still there. However, he's kneeling on the ground, all the chains draping, many chains draping off him, as if like metallic hair or a metallic curtain. You'll hear them jingle and shift slightly as he's heavily breathing. Much of the armor has been wilted away.
But yeah, it is actually
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
No, like I said, I was targeting this thing, still alive.
Oh, you were targeting this. Oh, was that where your cylinder was going?
Yeah, that's the cylinder. I wasn't targeting him with force damage. I was targeting him with 58 from the dragon. By the way, she's high. Dragon's okay.
No, he gets health back then. Okay, this thing that was just
By the way,
like,
it's actually range for one. And technically two, but want to do it right?
they're stunned though over here.
Yeah, they're stunned. So
Okay.
one of them will attack him for 15 with my DC takes it.
Gear Force Blast.
That's a DC 20 save, that thing.
Sunders that creature that was there and getting rid of the Oblivion Field, which is good because that would have been auto fails for your buddy.
Yeah. That's kind of why I was doing that. So now that the pests are removed, like it's time to get rid of the rodent. Since the young ones aren't able to do it themselves. Since I am literally an adult dragon, I'm 3 years old at this point.
You'd be older than the things you're summoning, yeah.
I would be older than the party. Everyone here. No,
Still not older than Tarpaulin.
You're technically prone to this world for 2,000 years. That was just before the Cataclysm happened. So it might only exist for
Tarpaulin was on Earth for 200 years before the Cataclysm.
200.
So, and then, but Tarpaulin was one of the first angels created.
So depending on when that happened, because it's just going to be a couple hundred years, theoretically, he can be just, you can still be open, technically.
No. I don't think so. Well, that would be a David question.
Well, the reason why I say that is adult dragons can eat anything from like a couple hundred years old to 1,000 years old. Which is really weird. But yeah, that's kind of how it works for adult dragons.
Depends upon the creation of this universe. As to how the gods are and angels are.
Yes.
I got that answer.
I know
Okay.
it's not the answer, everything. Depends on that answer.
The odds of Tarpaulin only being 200 years old at the time are like
Okay, the
Air might work with canon for how old Tommy is, and Tarpaulin is old.
Queen Lord will materialize next to you, Tellison. Would you like a tag team?
Sure.
So,
Rotate.
you're like, I'm moving away, damn it!
No, I need to get close enough to move Google. Shit is Bunny hops fast. Bunny dodging. Okay. Oh, wait. Our armor class is half the...
Subtract 10 from the number and then add the d20.
Might still have a chance to dodge stuff, apparently. Oh, might help him.
Okay, the ground shakes and shifts again as new holes open and close. Apparently that took its cover of a hole away from him. Okay. The substance in the sky makes another leap forward. It suddenly is... It suddenly is perhaps a dozen feet away from the prime crystal. The air between the shell that the crystal, the shimmering shell that the crystal has brought up, and the black void substance, the air between those two spots look cracked with this glow of light along the cracks. A portion of the shimmery field around the crystal is illuminated as these cracks are making contact with it.
Dragon, you're gonna need to move.
It won't be too long now.
If I move, did they get to the crystal?
If you don't move, you're gonna get hurt.
I'm supposed to tap the crystal. You wanna let me teleport? You wanna let me teleport? You wanna say you're my position?
Okay, do we have new initiatives?
Yep.
I am not having a computer, so someone will roll main pad. If someone wants to roll for me, I don't care.
Okay, D20.
Right, in this
16 on the dice.
I can't roll my initiative. That's not on my computer.
And we can't see your sheet, so.
And it's not ours. It was ours, I would be one.
It hypothetically should be a 6.
Too good a guess as any.
I believe it's 5.22.
If it's .22, it's gotta be a 6. Right?
Yeah, if it's .22, it's a 6.
Oh, I can't update it. So David, give me 22.22.
Okay, one moment.
Oh wait, is he within? He's not close enough. That's the blue range.
Okay, Everin, you are sensing a very disturbing, aberrant feeling from the black, kind of suspended, manifesting liquid that is very close to the prime crystal.
How did my thing get moved? I had like a 27.
$27? Oh, I must have misheard you.
You must have did me.
Yeah, the 22.22 for Eric's, for Ixior. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. A like twisted aberrant sensation from it. The depths of the wrongness of it is vast. It feels like that. Well, it is not necessarily that it radiates like curse levels of energy from it, from what you're sensing.
Yeah. Okay. I am going to cast Mass Healer.
Are we actually in range?
Wait, hold on.
Because you rotated again.
I'm going to
I'm not going to cast this.
cast.
I'm going to go.
Yeah, I'd say you can cast normal heal.
Just cast heal on whoever you want to target the main heals, and then you use let healing word to just get the move up so you come to heal.
Well, that's the thing. The only person who's in range who took damage is your dragons and the Moogle.
Oh, then
Yeah, so here's my plan. I'm going to go lay on hands on what's his face.
Do you have enough movement to get there?
Most likely. I think so. Maybe.
that you only jump like 20 feet, you land there, and then you have to move 20 feet. If you can somehow defy physics, then just get straight to him at 60 feet.
If you rotate again, you'll of course be closer.
Yeah.
And now that he's no longer in direct danger, you only have to hope that he doesn't fall through a hole into oblivion. Because you
And
know,
hope that he doesn't.
he won't die if he fails one save.
Well, he hasn't had a save yet, has he? So,
No.
yes, back for again.
And I'd say hope he doesn't fall through a hole.
And we are going to hold action until after Seal.
Okay.
Specifically because I'm going to tell everyone that I'm about to sunburst the shit out of this thing because it is darkness and it must die. So I'm hoping that the radiant attack would be the right.
Okay, so if you're going to hold your action, you still use your bonus action just to do healing word on him. That way he still is up.
He doesn't have.
I don't have.
I'd say he only has mass.
What, you don't have regular healing word, which is a bonus?
I mean,
Nope, he only has mass healing word.
it's there, it's just not prepared.
Yeah.
That is so weird, but okay.
David did his spell list.
I did a spell list. I also was like, everyone look at your sheets. So-
I understand that. I'm just going to double check. I'm pretty sure mass is still bonus action.
They both are a bonus action, yeah. He just doesn't want to waste the mana on mass.
But
Also, he couldn't do mass because it's. Yeah.
You can't cast two spells at the same time.
No, in the same round, you cannot cast a spell. If you cast a spell, you cannot cast a second spell higher than second level. Doesn't matter where in the turn.
That's also. So are you playing like? So you're playing like these dogs.
First level 8 spell.
That must be a spell specific to player.
No, it's just a higher level. It's a higher level version of Dawn, I think.
Yeah, it's not part of the default spell. That's why I was wondering.
Are you up to 8th level cleric spells now?
I'm up to 9th level cleric spells.
Okay.
Because I read the sheet, remember?
Well, yeah.
okay.
It says it's on the cleric spell list.
Comparing that. Okay, Tellison.
I guess maybe we'll put the...
Okay, so you said something about a tag team. Do I need to hold for her, or...?
Because of how low her roll is, you would need to hold for her, or she could just join you after you begin your attacks.
Well, then, operating under the idea that she will, in theory, be following me.
No!
Surrounded yet.
Not my fault, you're slow.
I'm only one lower than you in initiative, sir.
Yeah, you're slow.
I'm not as slow as other people.
But, you know, first among losers is still losers.
Yeah.
Besides, all I'm probably doing is negating his regeneration.
I mean, you're not wrong.
At least that's what it feels like. Oh, fuck. Hang on, I get to add 2 more attacks to that.
Okay, it's another exchange of some hits go through, other hits he's able to block, though he's noticeably stumbling a bit more as he's taking these hits and trying to block them than he was before.
1 second.
I'm like, don't tell him. Melted.
Because he didn't do anything to fuck with me this time, so I get to actually use my offhand attack.
Nani?
Oh my god.
Are you hit dice spiking too?
Nah.
Oh.
So 25 and 27 for an additional 27 damage total.
He falls back into a kneeling position, though he is looking up at you.
He has to make that wisdom save versus goading.
Oh, no, that makes it. I don't even have to ask. That makes it.
Okay. So he's not goading. Oh.
By speed of 80. So, I hope you enjoy necrotic build damage. They're a lot.
Okay, is it for your turn?
That is it for my turn.
Okay.
They are no longer stunned. He's going to go here. I'm basically just, they have 80 movement. I'm trying to figure out how to set them up.
Yeah, okay. I just hope you don't fry your ally.
Yeah.
That was
one. Gonna go right there and do exactly that.
Please don't melt me.
So there's that one. And then like technically this one over here is 80 feet of movement from right here.
Oh, clipping.
I say that. I still have like 20 feet of movement. And I don't see clipping now.
He's turned on no clip.
Awfully close to clipping the queen, but I think you're okay.
I think we should on no clip for that. And then around. Setups. So that way. Bam. You can stay right there. Yes, I am actually doing this.
Well, the other things are dead, and Matt's about to nuke the last of the Shadow Beasts, I think, so...
I think he's targeting the whatever the darkness is. Which is also what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's the darkness, the last of the Shadow Beasts. Whatever it is.
Oh, it's not depicted on the map, I just want to describe it.
Well, I know, that's what I said. It's the last of the Shadow whatever. I don't know what type of creature it is, but it's made of shadow, so it's a shadow something.
Yeah. Does anyone have scan?
All four of them
sort of?
Without immunity everyone else.
Okay.
You saw me do it one at a time. And then Ixiorus is still going to use gravity screw you rep attack. So against now impending darkness.
Okay.
There you go. There are 4 different dex saves we're going to take. And I gave you the dex save for the darkness, which I feel like is a bad thing. But it's not. There you go.
He is enveloped by this shadow. Once the shadow breath passes, you will see just kneeling armor and a pile of what feels like countless chains. You're sure there's actually a number, but it feels like countless chains pulled around the armor. Guess what, Eric?
I killed him exactly.
This was a humanoid creature.
I get the shade! Actually, no, he resisted already, so no, I don't get it actually. He resisted one of the attacks.
Oh, okay. It appears as if the inhabitant of the armor is no longer there.
Excellent.
Now, if you can just bring the light and bring us home, Averin.
But yeah, as you see, I also did my gravity attack against darkness.
Yep, the gravity attack against the darkness. It ripples with more ferocity in the zone that is hit, as if you threw like a boulder into tar, for instance, in terms of the kind of mass effect of the ripple. It does not appear to flinch. If a liquid-esque thing could flinch, it does not appear to have flinched. Okay. Everin.
Did Ixior move?
I don't think I can actually move because I'm in a thick shell, but it's also a 40-foot cylinder, so I should be fine. Just put the base higher than me. Like, how does it actually work?
I thought you were going to use Starburst.
Yeah, it is a 60-foot radius wall of fuck off.
You can technically put that 50 feet into the darkness.
Yeah, keep in mind, you could aim it just up into the air as well, to have it burst up there.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be directly where I'm at. It can be touching
I
the
know,
breaker.
but I had this really cool scene in my head for this, and it required the dragon to move.
Ah.
You're going to risk blowing up the crystal?
Oh no, I was going to jump to the crystal and throw it straight up in the air.
Oh.
You could do that and stand on the dragon and look more epic. Because the dragon is currently smogging.
Okay, cool. And you said, like, 5 feet to the right? Left. 5 feet to the left.
You can speed in an ally's hex.
Oh, I know. I'm going to make sure to catch you. Hit your head. Okay, so 10 feet of running, 28 feet of jumping, jumping onto the dragon's back, and throwing the sunburst into the air.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't upcast it. If I could upcast it, I would cast it at like level 9 just to really make this epic. But
Averin, you're feeling that the crystal is wanting to pour power into you. There is, however, an instinctual concern that accepting whatever this power is may be too much for your mortal form to completely handle safely.
I'm sitting here smogging. It didn't want to give you the power.
It's because he's doing divine cleric shit.
Nope. And actually, there was a chance of power stuff earlier when I was, but I guess it wasn't noticed. Though admittedly, it's protecting you in itself. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, I just imagine like, I'm sitting here smogging the fire breath from the Port of Gold.
Averin, as he does this, Averin is gonna be like, right before he's gonna stop on the dragon and look up and tell Pixiar, he's gonna be like,
Just making sure.
if this goes wrong, take care of my kids.
That's entirely what's happened. Oh my god.
I even have the plate mail shoes.
Then I will channel the power of the crystal and just try and push it to me.
Okay.
One would say he's channeling divinity.
Ah. Okay.
That was too perfect.
The crystal will glow as a earthen color envelops you, spreading from the crystal to envelop you, Averin. You're casting the spell. Make a save. Don't actually make the save. Your roll is 999. And roll double your damage. Double your spell damage.
Very bad at this. Something I will learn it and remember it, but yeah, we're gonna roll that and roll 20. Can I use a hero point to double that as well? Just to really rub it in? I think he's dead.
I think. Sure. Given the situation, sure.
Oh. Thank God we're the heroes.
I love how the guy's avarice really led to his demise of, look at you dragons, they're nothing. We're supposed to be helped by the dragons all the more, you know?
Okay, that roll will come in at some point.
One day.
Okay. As you can see, you take essentially some irresistible damage. And did you have like a particular base scene that you wanted to describe? It sounded like you did when you cast the spell.
Oh yeah, no. He literally like threw this ball of light straight up into the air, and as he like falls back on the dragon, because he's like literally like tossing it up, and then getting hit with all this force damage going straight back down on him.
Okay.
He's now laying on the back of the dragon.
Okay.
You still have hit points, right?
Oh yeah,
he's still alive.
Okay.
37.
Yeah. If it maxed out, he would almost be done.
If he was dead, there might be a chance that the dragon would eat him for deciding to sully his body with a dead person.
Okay. The light bursts in the air like a small nova. You can see that the light itself for a few moments fluxes into a baleful light before just purely stabilizing as radiance. The radiant power sweeping over the darkness, vaporizing a quarter of it from its side. Just so you're aware, the save that you auto-made by accepting this boost would have corrupted your spell.
Okay.
Possibly inflicting on everyone in the area. The area that is now clear of the inky substance has out to 300 feet. This same look of the air itself appearing cracked with just light emanating from the cracks. You feel, Everin, that it's more than just the area. It feels like the existence that you're in, the area of existence that you're in, is being twisted and cursed. To speak a little bit more mechanically, this tar-like blackness entity thing is actually cursing and corrupting the plane itself in the area that you're in.
Nice. Okay. We need to get this crystal out of here.
And you wonder why I was saying I wish I could teleport it right now. I'm gonna try. I can't take it with me.
Yeah, not right this second.
Actually, that's the question. I teleport to my board, and I'm on the crystal. The crystal is my possession. But he's also on top of me. But he come with me? No, he wouldn't. So it doesn't say anything for the future.
Whip. Sorry, no, I'll make that joke later. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of figured what you were up to do, but no. Just no. Bad.
Okay. Everin, it feels that this immensely corruptive force is obviously something you could damage, at least with the assistance of this crystal, but it clearly massively damages you every time you try to channel its power.
Okay, so how do we get us and the crystal out of here then?
Given that it's been a week, more than a week, Avern and Taliesin, the two of you can make me intelligence checks. Unless you have your memory, which is what
don't think you gave me that.
Okay.
And you said intelligence, so I assume not Arcana.
Once I say what it is, remind me if you actually saw it. But I believe these two are the only ones that saw it earlier.
It was probably when he was in Mark mode.
You just said intelligence checks?
Yes, intelligence.
Yeah, probably when I was just in Mark mode, which means that still would have been there.
Okay. Remember when? Remember, Taliesin, when you were going into that freeze field via the Scout Echo?
Oh yeah, I mean one of the puzzles I mentally blocked out. Yeah.
Well, not a puzzle, but okay. And worse can be defined as a trap. Anyway, do you remember the design on the ceiling?
No.
Okay.
There was a whole bunch of gods on the ceiling, and one of the dragon gods was holding the crystal.
Well, on the floor there was, but on the ceiling was a dragon deity clutching the crystal to it, and the depiction was that the dragon was in flight.
Oh, so in theory, Ixior can just drag it out of here.
You can drag on it out of here?
Yes. I don't know if you can teleport it, but if the picture is to be believed, you can carry it.
You can drag it out of here.
We literally just made that joke.
So, all I've heard is that me
being a big fuck-mothering lizard.
and being possessed of shiny objects, to take each shiny object and go, this is mine, I'm leaving.
Well, I don't know about that. Like I said, we just know the picture showed that a dragon can carry it. Then we don't know anything beyond what that means beyond that.
Whatever you do, don't break it.
Especially into 5 parts, that would be very awkward.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. Now that you said it, it's going to happen.
Oh, probably, but that doesn't mean we can't make the joke.
That it doesn't happen. It's your job not to break the crystal.
It's totally going to happen. It's too late now. You had to say it.
Yes, because you're a big giant dragon, and I feel like it should go without saying to be careful with this thing. But no.
No, we're talking about you jinxing it. It doesn't matter if I was going to be careful around that. It's just going to happen.
I think the second one she sat on it, you jinxed it, so... And it pissed you to crap.
I've been sitting on it with no problems.
Well, try dragging it and see what happens.
Start flying away. Put my precious treasure to add to my collection.
Okay. As you begin to take flight, you feel that the crystal is no longer rooted in space. However, you do see the cracking corruption of space itself suddenly lance out to envelop yourself in the crystal. Can you make me a wisdom saving throw? And due to the fact that more of it is no longer there, you can roll at advantage. Because Everin damages influence.
So, I want to put this in perspective. Because you said I get advantage.
Yep.
I rolled a 1. And because I have a negative 1, I would have had a 0. I'm so glad you said I had advantage.
Thank the bunny.
But, do I get anything else besides advantage?
Unless you have something that augments your... Oh, you get a +5 if Everin is still close to you.
He's resting on him. So.
Yep.
He's literally on top of me.
So you get a +5.
Cool. see what I get for my next roll. Well, it was almost the exact opposite of 1. So I have 17 plus 5. So that's 23. No, 22 minus 1. I have a 21 wisdom.
21. Okay. The lancing of these cracks in space itself, as I mentioned, it envelops you. It envelops you and the crystal. The crystal's shimmery field. Excuse me. Cracks as some of the cracked space itself comes into the field, partially lancing into you. You get, excuse me. You first off save for half. So good for you.
What kind of damage is it?
Probably not force.
I have 2 immunities, thank you. Say the crowd. Dare you.
It's more like a radiant since it's a holy object.
The Shattering Heart was the corrupted space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that never mind then.
Say it's the crowd. Say it.
Say it, motherfucker.
Say it. I have immune to corruption. I am corruption.
It's okay. You can say the necrotic bypasses immunities.
He could. Yeah.
But it'd be hilarious. The Shadow Dragon that has already been corrupted by Shadow Blade can't be further corrupted by Chaos. Because I am Chaos. It's actually a really terrifying thing to think about. But that's actually true of Shadow Dragon.
I'm not sure that's true in terms of the lore of this world. The Shadow Plane and Chaos might be 2 separate things.
No, I understand that. I was thinking about that for a second.
So it's like so you may not be corrupted so you're probably not corrupted by chaos. You're probably corrupted by evil.
Keep in mind that I think it should have been established that the regular rules, so to speak, pre-calamity is different than post-calamity.
Yeah.
Probably due to the calamity event.
Which is fair, it's true. And I just found it hilarious. So I was thinking about, like, hold up. I am a dragon, a shadow dragon from Shadow Blade.
That tells you something, though. Chaos showed up, and good and evil, like, you know what? Let's give that a minute and deal with that first. Let's put a pin in that feud.
But even then, I'm technically... I'm kind of good, though.
Well, then obviously you're one of those evil beings that's working on it.
But it's still hilarious thing, though. Like, I am from the plane of shadows. I am corrupted evil incarnate.
Well, just because you're from the plane of shadows does not mean you're necessarily evil. They've got the Shatterkai elves and stuff for that.
Not everything that came from Shadow Plane is evil.
No, it's just the plane of negative energy.
Either way, negative energy is usually very painful and chaotic.
Yeah, it's usually it's the plane of negative energy and death. But just because it's that does not mean it's evil.
Yes.
He's totaling numbers here, so.
Yeah, David's running numbers. That's like I dare you sit in front of 16.
That's why I was like, I figure I can talk until he finishes typing. There you go.
Remember that?
Because of what it is, yes.
I'm sad. I can't say ha. I'm mute. I'm still alive. That's wrong with me. I only went down to. I
think that's the most damage you've taken this fight.
169.
And that was saving for half.
Wait, you said you're down to 37 out of 116? How the fuck do I have more HP than a dragon?
That's why I was confused. Like, I don't think my exactly right.
One Taliesin is almost worth 2 dragons. Good to know.
Well, the planet. Let me just double check.
It's okay. You got the cleric on your back. Although, we should probably fly over and save Moogle.
Grab him on your way by.
Considering what's going on and how I've kind of exited combat, I'm just going to give him 1 saving throw. Okay, yeah. I'm not saying he's dead, I'm just saying he failed 1 saving throw due to time. Okay. That was the lowest
Or
roll.
the Queen can go get him.
Any of us can grab him on the way out, yeah.
Okay,
Queen has healed, though.
I think she does.
Ixior, you... When this makes contact with you, you feel like not just your mind, not just your body, but your essence feels like something is pulling at all. No, pulling is the wrong description.
You know what?
It feels. I'm sorry, go on.
I'm gonna stop you for a moment just because of blind I can say this, Taliesin. I don't feel so good, Taliesin.
Because a pull isn't right. It's a weird sensation. It's as if whatever this corruption of space itself is, it's as if your mind, body, and soul is being just, its existence is being relocated. It's not a transfer, it's just a, you no longer exist here, you now exist here. But due to the core of what you are, you're able to resist this transplantation and malformation of existence that is being imposed on you. And for an instant, your awareness was scattered across planes.
I am interface.
But fortunately, that process could not complete because you be dragon, and you have a rabbit's foot.
I just want to figure out what that actually is, because it's not actually know it. I know I had 169 or whatever, but I was thinking see. I'm not sure. I know I'm at 37 because I had 169 currently, but I was looking at the sheet for next time.
Right? I mean, I'm pretty sure I rolled everyone's maximum HP, but whatever.
It's not on the sheet.
Anyway, okay, so you're flying away. Queen Alora and Taliesin, what are you going to do during this escape sequence after being thoroughly sure that this thing is just clothing, basically?
Well, running, obviously, before the exit. That's what we need to do to get out of here. Pick up the Moogle on the way.
Okay.
Let's see, I still got another few rounds of haste, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I guess hold him in a way that since the Queen in theory has heals, hold him in a way that she can lay a heal on him while we're running.
That's my next message. There you go.
So we can get him back into functioning condition.
Oh, yeah, no, I was actually giving you. How the hell would that help? There you go. I fixed it.
Okay,
So I have 10% HP.
you can
Actually.
heal.
That's terrible.
Heal 15.
Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah. Why are we leaving?
We got the rock, and the shadow on the ceiling is not dying. So
We need to leave.
Okay. Where are you wanting to go to leave? The way you came in, or some other direction? As well, I said like ceiling. That was more of a descriptor. You don't see rock face here. You just see stars in space.
okay, we know the way back out if we go back the way we
Yes.
came.
And we already dealt with the traps that way.
So do we want to just do that again?
I assume the traps were going to be active anymore.
Depends on whether they reset or not. We didn't disarm them.
No.
We don't have a rogue, or even anybody with thieves' tools.
I mean, we could go forward. Go the way the other guy came.
That's what I was asking. Do we want to go, the way they did and see what happens, or do we want to go the way we know?
We should definitely go the way that they are, because I very distinctly recall the way back not being passable.
Okay.
Because there was like a trap that there was only one use on it going in one direction.
I guess left or right
And
then.
it reset.
No, we came from the right. So
No, we came from map south.
Well, no, I'm talking about him.
Yeah.
There's a thing left or right. I say we can go to the direction he came from.
Oh well, he came from the right. However, his forces used both.
Or we could just treat this place like a hyperbolic time chamber and hang out here until so we figure out how to save the world.
Yeah, I don't think it works that way. At least not with the stuff over our head. Do we really want to?
I mean, I can just keep casting magic until I pass out.
And then we'd have to deal with the problem.
That's fair.
Okay, so if you're wanting to go back using the entryway that Yitris used, you can. It sounds like that's the decision.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Okay.
As the only person who voted, I say yes.
Okay, as you guys fly and run in through that direction, there is a rumbling all around, and a hum, a vibration coming from the crystal that you're carrying, Ixior. The vibratory hum has a tone which one could interpret as a like an unsettling resonance. There's suddenly a cracking light that shoots through the walls around you. The stone facing that your guys are zooming past collapses. How would you guys like to deal with essentially the ceiling and walls kind of crumbling inwards?
Fly faster.
Okay. In which case, I'll need a athletics roll from you. Because Averin is with you, that roll will be suitable for both, unless Averin's only do something specific.
I guess
As an adult dragon, I guess I'll carry everyone. I'll get disgraced at doing it, but it's faster.
I will jacky through since I got ridiculous acrobatics.
Okay, Taliesin can acrobatics through, though it appears that Ixior is offering the power of flight.
Yeah, well, I'm not worried about power flight. If somebody else feels they need it more than I do.
Well, I mean, I'm an adult dragon. I'm pretty sure I can literally carry everyone. And, you know, I still have the 4 red dragons here that will be around for a while.
Okay. Talos, you're able to like hop on the rocks as they're like collapsing around and diving through holes. Queen Alora is short porting through areas that would crush her if she did not teleport through them. The prince clings on to Ixior's tail, and he's like furiously using his little Moogle wings under the delusion that he is somehow helping the dragon's speed with this. Ixior, so if you're able to fly through your draconic summons from earlier. Are you just wanting them to fly fast?
Yeah, there's one to keep up with me. I have the same flight speed as well.
Yes, but it's the acrobatics roll that is needed to make sure that the crumbling area around you does not entrap you or hit you. And it's like the entire structure is in the process of collapsing.
And athletics is a strength check, so it would be...
Oh, sorry, I said, athletics. Because your use of wings, so athletics. Because you're just going through pure speed.
And they have a +6, so... I'm just gonna say this one more up is not more on it. Because I'll kill it one more times for them.
Okay. You guys will be moving quickly enough and agilely enough, staying ahead of the dangerous parts of the collapse. As you see the light of an entrance, you'll feel some additional drag and a as it feels like the center of the area that you were in. It feels like the central section of the Prismora Crystarium has collapsed or perhaps imploded. When you are able to get outside, you will... Come on. You will see... you'll see the Star Rider and the surface it's on. The surface it's on is kind of wavy and cracking, as the structure it's on is essentially suffering a kind of earthquake, just flexing the...
The ship was the Moogles, right?
The Star Rider? Well, the Moogles knew where it was.
I will hurl him the extra 60 feet so he can get it started before it falls.
Okay. Around, you will see that while you had, while rather Averin had damaged the darkness void that had made it to the interior, the exterior, from your guys' vantage point, an arc of the sky is without the bright and colorful stars that illuminate the planet. A asymmetrical kind of wavery, blobby shaft of darkness has like interpolated itself with the outside of the material of the ground, of the floating ground. Some distance away, umbrellaing out, as if it's moving to envelop the area, is more of this substance to give a crap-ass drawing, because it's what I do! You have the shaft and like this kind of like this like umbrellaing out, aspect of it coming out to envelop the area. Now I'm sure that won't bite us in the ass later. I'll remove the drawing, and we'll never speak of it again. So you throw the Moogle at the vehicle. Okay, and I take it you guys are just rapidly approaching it?
That's my intent, at least.
Okay. For those touching the crystal, I will need a wisdom check.
I'm not touching it. I'm technically riding the dragons touching it.
Yeah, I'm the one touching it.
Okay. Then I will need a wisdom check.
And I have one level left, so I'm at disadvantage.
Plus, no, that plus only applies to saves.
As you said check.
Conveniently enough, like 0.20 twice in a row, so...
However, I do believe power word bunny can have some kind of effect on checks?
Yes, it does affect. It can affect skill checks.
Yes, I can do a...
Because you said check, I don't get plus 5 from lucky point.
No, but he has other abilities.
So, unmodified as a third point of time by anything else. After disadvantage, I have a 19.
Okay.
Because I rolled that 20 twice. I like this die.
Okay.
Which I was rolling it earlier.
Words of encouragement, powerful words.
He gains your charisma modifier and plus 3 because our proficiency bonus is 6. So plus 8 to that roll. Which brings it up to a 27, I believe.
Okay.
19 plus 8, yeah, 27.
Ixior, you feel that there is a draining on the prime crystal, a sense that there is some form of malignant link that was not originally there, from the crystal to the area in the Prismora Crystarium. You do have a sense that it is trying to sever or ignore this connection, but due to the malignant offness that you're sensing, it appears that it cannot.
Hey guys, the prime crystal's slowly being corrupted.
Well, then we definitely need to get it out of here, don't we? Do we have any divine, purification magic? You were looking for an excuse for channel divinity if you don't have anything else. I mean, not channel divinity, divine intervention.
Divine intervention.
I mean, if you have a spell you think would work also, you can do that, but... Either way, we need to get out of here.
I'm just gonna keep flying. Probably pick up things you didn't want to fly.
Okay,
Well,
so
we're in theory on the ship at this point?
So, are you flying? Like, are you flying to the ship? Or are you flying away and having the ship, and wanting the ship just to fly under its own power?
You get the rock out of here. We'll get to the ship.
I mean, I could carry everyone plus the rock to the ship. I'm already...
Well, yes, but that's time you're wasting getting to the ship when you could be dashing away from here.
Yes.
Fine. I will continue with the two people that are already on me.
There you
And I
go.
will command the young red dragon to go pick up my allies. There we go.
Well, picking up your allies, so you're leaving the ship then?
No. I thought we were going to the ship.
I don't think they can get us to the ship faster than we're already going.
If the ship's flying, I thought...
The ship hasn't taken off yet. I just threw the Moogle at it so he could start it up.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, like, because you're strong enough to fly under your own power, and falling, or rather, dropping in altitude is a bit easier than flying up to this space. So,
which is why I was like, it's like the time it's going to take us to get to the ship, you can spend doing a dash to get out of here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that then. Fair enough.
And while you're doing that, Matt can try and see if he has anything that can, purify the crystal.
Okay. Prince Klain is rapidly trying to bring on the flight systems. He's throwing some instructions your way. Can I get a Arcana roll?
I know that one.
To follow his instructions to utilize the systems.
Good call. And I guess it's important, so I'm going to throw a hero point on it. Because this feels like one of those cutscenes where everybody's frantically running around doing crazy shit.
Okay, following his instructions, you're able to quickly bring the levitation and flight systems online. The Star Rider feels like it can't, and you can actually see it can't, as the tail part suddenly sinks as that part of the ground just breaks apart. The levitation systems coming online and beginning to thrust forward, gaining in acceleration. The darkness increases as this envelopment spreads, just destroying the light from the stars. You are now mostly getting your light just from the illumination of various parts of the Star Rider itself and the now kind of more distant, though not incredibly distant, the ahead glow of the crystal that's being clutched by your draconic ally. Speaking of, what do you want to do with the crystal? I know it was mentioned maybe some sort of divine thing, maybe.
Give me 1 second.
I imagine, like, as the ship's falling, in a callback to Rose's, shittiness with machines, he just, like, runs over and, like, kicks the engine and just kicks on it.
There we go.
I'm looking at...
And
Gives it the full fawns.
Sure, you came for the full funds.
Or actually, better yet, it's probably the, was it the Russian mechanic from Armageddon? This always worked on the Mir space station!
Would I be able to cast Holy Aura to kind of boost the energy within the crystal?
You could, though if it's having trouble at this level of strength, you're guessing that would not be enough to give it much more of a fighting chance.
You must reach inside yourself and find what you've always had. You must find the glow.
Yes.
Show enough.
Then... more powerful magic can wipe this out.
man, you just break the crystal and whoever part of the corruption you want. We could just destroy it and dump the other parts of it. Just saying.
Do you want to try a divine intervention?
Ooh! What about greater remove curse?
I'm going to try divine intervention, yes.
Okay, roll that percentile.
Okay, divine intervention works too.
So what were you going to do?
I recommended, I saw he had on a sheet, though it has nothing written about it, so I don't know where David found it. He had greater remove curse.
Greater remove curse. What is this legacy shit that's supposed to exist? You just have.
Old world magic, son.
He got it earlier in the flashback.
Nano machines, son.
He gets out, well, I can't.
Well, that in theory means we can find it somewhere. It's 9th level, holy magic. It's probably in the Pope's vault or something.
That's a point, because they're all access, like, all the nice stuff now. This is a 9th level cleric.
I imagine I imagine you probably have to go through some trial to confirm to them that you're actually as powerful as you claim to be, but...
Well, I rolled 39. I don't think that's enough.
No, you have to roll under your level.
That is not enough, though.
He's multi-classed.
Though you do hear the strums, of a distant ethereal. Shoot, what was the instrument? I keep thinking a harp.
Well, you have the harp, and you have the little harp that probably has its own name, but I don't know what it is. I just
Lyre?
Is that the lyre?
Okay. Harp didn't sound quite right to me. So yeah, you hear the faint ethereal sounds of a lyre. Imparting upon you the feeling that the power is somewhere inside of you. Because you didn't make the actual intervention roll. So he only can partially pay attention to you right now.
Alright, let's try that. Greater remove curse.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, I got another idea, because I remember seeing another thing on your sheet that I was laughing at, because David fucked up his spelling again.
Yay!
Yeah? What did you miss this time?
I want to find it, because I need to read it to remember how you fucked it up.
Are you sure I fucked it up?
Yes.
Are you sure it's not a spell I dragged and dropped in?
Unless there's a race I'm not aware of called the Uncellan. Uncelan.
That's good.
It's not the Uncetran, obviously, so we're not banning Aerith. And it's not the Unsullen, as in dirty.
I'll need to see it in context.
Turn the it's supposed to be turn the unclean. It says turn the Uncelan. Each aberration or fiend within 30 feet must make a wisdom save or be turned.
Okay. So you're casting that? Okay. The divine energy flows through you into the crystal. You feel that the energy is mending the corruption on the link to enable the crystal to shut the link down. While this is happening, and while the Star Rider is accelerating outward, there is a sudden rush of air coming inwards towards you, attempting to push you towards the center of the area where the Prismaria Caesarium is behind you. Also behind you is a flash of light. Let's see. Given the positions of people. Actually, we know Ixior pulled ahead a bit because you guys had the start before. So Klain and Taliesin would have seen this. Part of the sky around you, like ahead of like the periphery of the ship. The sky itself, the air itself, warps, distorts, and fragments as the area you were implodes. What would you guys, except for Avern, because there's everything I need you to roll, like to do to prevent from being caught in within the implosion? Avern, you specifically, is more of a timing thing. I need you to roll a d20 plus your spellcasting stat to see if the mending occurs in time.
If only I had a morph ball. Okay, so evil, probably necrotic based shockwave.
I thought I flew away from it.
You're flying away from it, but this is like an area of space that is imploding. And when being drawn inward.
Oh, you said force.
Force what?
You said force a second ago. That's why I'm trying to figure out,
Well, none of the words that I have said is supposed to be indicative of damage types.
Okay.
It's a description of the situation.
Yeah. It is a wave of nebulous energy.
Yeah.
Fear and nebulous.
Now, I did say that the sky warps and shatters a bit around your periphery. Klain is like gripping onto the controls really tightly, and that's like what he is doing to keep the ship straight versus careening backwards.
Okay, so I got two things I'm going to do, and one automatically makes the other work because David has a sense of humor. Step one: taking the Crystallia Prismatic Augment Gem. It's an it's a dark, nebulous, vague explosion. For lulz, I'm going to set it to force.
Okay.
Slap it into the hull of the ship.
Okay.
So we have a force field.
Okay.
And since I was down, it was established I was down engineering kicking the engine when I did this, so it's that part of the ship for a moment. Number two, the most important thing to do in this type of situation, which automatically makes it succeed.
Fuck yes, Avern.
I don't need to know what I need to roll to give the the augment gem shields to the ship.
Given that you're relying on the magical nature of it, I'll say an Arcana.
Okay. Upside, if I got my element right, I can then reflect it back somewhere. COVID die rolled better, but Rodai did not roll down.
Ixior, what are you? Nice. Ixior, what are you wanting to do? Because there's like air rushing from ahead of you to behind you, again because of the implosion and such.
Maybe fire would be more appropriate. Yeah.
I don't know what's the damage time of an implosion.
That's the question. It's like force or fire seem to be the most. I can also see bludgeon, but I can't set it to bludgeon.
Is bludgeon an element? No.
The most appropriate in my opinion would be force.
Well, I know for like grenades, it is usually fire and bludgeon. It's a like 2d6 fire, 2d6 bludgeon.
Speaking, I can understand that. But
Yeah.
Which is like speaking is force in piercing.
Well,
Shrapnel.
well, they have piercing also. It depends on the grenade.
I think fragmentation's.
Yeah, fragmentation's piercing. Normal concussion grenade is bludgeon.
Yeah.
Since force is supposed to be gravity magic, they try not to put it on that kind of thing.
Yeah. So what would you like to do? My thought for what would make sense is should be another athletics check to not have the inward wind catch your wings to pull you back. But that's just my thought. Do you have any thoughts of what you want to do?
I mean, I can just close my wings and go downwards and let gravity do its thing.
Could be thunder too.
Okay.
But,
you could do that. Yeah. Do you want to do that?
I mean, in terms of the actually trying to resist it, yeah, I'll just close my wings so I can, because I would be in a bit of error. It's not like I'm going to fall.
Okay.
I just,
Depends on whether we're using Xanathars or not.
Okay. Make me a acrobatics roll at advantage then, to ensure that you move in such a way as to not make it difficult for the allies that are riding you to like losing the grip of stuff.
I wasn't thinking. I'm gonna do this, and then I will say this in an afterthought. I think I was. By the way, guys, hold on. Close wings.
Player's handbook. Doesn't matter how high up you are, you just fall to your doom in one round. Xanathars, 500 feet.
But I'm a mile up, yeah, and
What's terminal velocity?
I'm coming from space, and okay, but yep, acrobatics roll whenever you have a chance at advantage.
Cool. So it's normal. Acrobatics. A 25.
Okay, you're able to maneuver in such a way that the allies that are.
Ability checks. Acrobatics is an ability check.
Yep.
Well, you had advantage though, so it
negated, yeah.
negates it.
No, it says ability check. That's
Yeah, acrobatics.
not an ability check.
Yes, it is. Acrobatics is a skill check, which is an ability check.
Oh,
Yeah,
and then that's skill check is an ability check.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything that's not an attack roll or a save.
Okay, so you begin to drop. You do it gracefully enough for the others to be able to grip onto you properly, not to go falling off. The crystal goes in for a moment before smashing back into its colorful self as Avern's magic mends the link and it's able to close it down. Right before the implosion completes, the Star Rider accelerates forward and lurches as you can see through the window this chaotic, violent ripple that goes across this force shield that's been made around the ship as the Star Rider carries on carries on out. Ixior falls. Star Rider moves out. When there is suddenly a release, of energy. With the crystal no longer being drained, it emits its own protective shell that has this burst of what you can only describe Ixior and Everin. We can only take in as this violent prismatic energy that washes over you around the protective shell that the crystal is making. In the case of the Star Rider buckles forward. Can I get a acrobatics or athletics roll from you to either keep your footing or grip onto something with how the ship gets violently rocked?
Barrel roll still stands.
Okay. Your barrel roll saves you. You'll see the augment gem from Casteria dull as the field around the Star Rider collapses from this violent prismatic wash of energy, as there is now a light behind you that you can see the illumination through the window. For Ixior and everyone of them, the light is much brighter to you guys because you don't have the hull of a ship around you.
We broke the planet. We broke the bloody planet. Oh, we invented nukes.
Oh, the prime crystal is made of uranium.
Good to know.
No, we took the prime crystal away, and where it was blew up.
Yep.
So the prime crystal was the was the containment rod.
Different situation. Much more scarier.
So either way, not good.
The viscous darkness that was around it, that had enveloped it, is no longer completely enveloping it, but the darkness is still nearby in the sky as the starlight is being blocked, intensifying the illumination of this tear in the sky itself.
I hate to say this, but I think we need to put whatever that is in a giant present and shoot it off this freaking planet.
For anyone who wants to give it thought, I would need a history and an arcana roll. In the case of you, Averin, I would need a wisdom saving throw.
I can't imagine launching the rock that seems to be tied to the planet into space is a good idea, but...
No, I'm not talking about crystal. I'm talking about whatever the hell that thing is.
Oh,
Launching that, putting that thing in some kind of prison, just digging up this planet.
you know, that sounds like a great idea. We'll just have to find some building materials.
I mean, there's a bunch of desolate land not too far away from here. What do we have? What kind of roll can we make? Arcana and history?
I'd say it was Arcana and History connected, yeah.
Yeah.
It's your. What is your Arcana? Very bad. But still somehow passable. What is your history? Much better. I guess that's the bitterness of being old. I like how my Arcana is only a +3 to my history is a +9.
I find it funny how Jordy looks like he's momentarily prepared to do a proper roll and just goes, nah fam, the last second, and goes to an improper roll. Okay, oh, nice. Okay. Talisan Ixior. One of you is slightly more certain than the other. From what you can figure, is that tear is a interaction between that star-eating viscous darkness and the residual energy of the prime element of stone. I just want to re-emphasize that the ambient, I've just been sitting there for a bit energy.
Yep.
Caused that.
Which means if we left the rock there, the planet would not be here.
Averin, you feel it feels like that someone has taken a blade of a greatsword and has shoved it through your back on the opposite side of your heart. Your the mana cost of your spells are doubled.
Great.
As you feel with that pain that something unfathomable has just happened.
Oh.
Well, that's next flashback's problem.
Yeah.
However, with that weighing on you, and the group of ancient heroes having preserved the stone, you are to figure out your next steps the next stage to go to that furthers your need and the world's need to combat this threat from that has been unleashed by the Black Gate, and the Black Robes who had constructed it. But that's for later. As Thomas, you have a fleeting, dreamlike sense of memories of Averin and you believe the rest of them having a discussion with the powers that be, though you're not recalling any details. Excuse me. And I can shift over. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. There we go. Do. Come on. There.
That was weird. It was like he was staring at that rock for a while. Hold on a second, I need to add this. There was a burst of light from the Earth crystal as the crystal itself shatters outward into into like glowing dust particulates that expand out into the hallway, encompassing the party, encompassing the rest of the room it's in, most definitely enveloping Thomas himself. As this touches everyone, you get a a feeling of like sharpened instinct, sharpened muscle memory. You guys are gonna get experience from the flashback. As the particulates suddenly pull inward. Floating where the crystal was is a, and how many times should I say this word and variations thereof, floats a crystalline pistol, because I remember specifically you used pistols. It's a magic gun. Where do you purchase that? In addition to that, where are my notes? In addition, they get kind of like the shadow residual of like sharpened abilities, just from the sheer power of what the Earth crystal is. Not only is there this gun floating in front of you, you remember the events, and when the particulates of the crystal went inward to form the gun, you feel that there's a bit of the Earth crystal energy that has bound with you. I will Skype you some extra stuff.
Thomas is going to pick up the gun and look at it. I would say this can't be right. But this can't be right.
What?
I'm not a hero.
You are now.
His immune by fate.
I think it was. And the messages.
Well, somebody just sent you a message. You got a promotion. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's a bit of a text. Well, I can, like, send you a file. Save it as a Word document for you.
Interesting.
There it is in an actual file. The crystalline pistol, you won't know what it does until you actually go to use it. Oh my god, so much experience.
That's the XP. I assume that's not divided. Yeah, that's not divided yet.
Oh no, it is. The battle was the battle was worth a whole lot.
Must have been.
And every time you no, I already factored it in. Oh, I think that's what happened. Oh, okay, it counted twice. Let's fix that.
I was about to say, the fuck?
I mean, I'm okay. It has like 3 levels.
Let's see. I'm just gonna factor in your guys' current experience, just so I don't need to total that myself.
I mean, go ahead. Say it. Please. Make it level 20 already.
I think that's level 20, yeah. Might even be 21, but I don't think so.
I'll be sad because using one a little small. After reworking the fight sheet. But still, do it. 366.
Yeah, that's level 20.
You guys, post Earth Crystal flashback
I also love that it's just, the same number twice.
is now
That's actually kind of funny.
are now level 20.
I have to go look up what level 21 is.
I really think we used the level twice.
I don't think we did. I want to say level 21's like 380.
But yeah, I'm 17th level cleric. I have 9 levels. So after they supposed to get all that I'm supposed to know, tell me. This wasn't in the
Get bad.
Sunburst.
What'd you say?
As we are now level 20.
Sunburst is a radius center of a point used in range, 150 feet range. Be able to choose that spot. Hey, I guess I have another late spell. Okay. It's kind of terrifying. I say I don't have a technical weapon now. As an excuse.
Okay, with that, given the time, we'll end on, I believe Thomas was reaching for the weapon and stating how he was being a hero isn't how it was supposed to happen.
Yeah. I should probably head to bed. David, was this a good session?
Okay.
You have a good night.
Glad you enjoyed it. You have a good night.
As well.